Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Adam. I'm your host BringItDon, and we're going to go into all these rooms, and then head into the laboratory or laboratory if your name is Dexter. Hiya. There's really nothing to loot in here. All right, that's fine. I mean, besides the rat himself, I guess. But I'm not interested in the rat. I'll have to put in codes for these rooms. I was assuming that I would have to, because I found all those codes on that stack of books over here. Okay, here we go. So who liked the music? Well, I have them all written down. I'll need to go back and look at that. Who was the music guy? It was one of the new guys. I think it was the Vivo whoever. Vivolov? Which doesn't help me because I don't remember who was who for the codes. 8210. Might just try them all. It shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, screw it. So start putting them all in. Nope. 8904. Oh, wrong way. There we go. One of them was going to work. Well, 11 experience points for turning on a record player. That old vinyl. Alright, 5534. Wait, so which one was that? That was the 8904 for that other one. 34 7037. There we go, nothing to it. Some waste paper. Now I'm encumbered, so I'll be dropping that waste paper. Ah, well. Here, hold on to my cognac, bud. Cognac. Not a lie, that welding mask looks really cool. I feel like Fidel looks a lot cooler than I do. Oh, this is a cool touch. So I haven't seen anything like this in the entire game, right? That's the first time I've seen. In this other area, I don't think it had the effect like that on the wall. It's actually really cool. I like that. It's very nice. Alright, screw it. Let's go in here. Into the kitchen. Forks and spoons. A tin can. And you can make a rifle out of it, so I guess it's not a bad find. Hello, rat. Meet thy doom. Sucker. I could take these. because he has more meat. Alright, so how many do I have? I have 2. Let's grab 2. And you can have this. Boop, boop. Crafting. I'm still encumbered. Alright. Oh, barely. Okay. I mean, literally buy that. Okay. I'll just drop the metal. Not a big deal. Actually, I have a feeling those metals are going to be some sort of collectible. Somebody wants to buy off me, so I'm going to hold on to the metals for now on. I'll drop that knife, though. What am I doing? I do have a lot of dispensable stuff that I have no problems with dropping, so inventory management isn't actually a problem for me. Let's go kill this other rat. More free XP. I do like how not every container has something in it though. I mean, Fallout does that, and it feels good to have every search rewarded. But it makes sense for it not to be rewarded in every search. So I think it's a nice touch. You don't always get something. I forgot which one that one was. Was it the 7037? So this will probably be 5534. Or the 8210. Some ammunition. He also had a gun. It's a rusty Makarov. I do not care for it, but it's worth some money. So. I want to say I recognize that song. I think it's just really familiar to, oh, son of a gun. What's the name of that song? It's not the one that I thought it was. I like it, though. I still haven't found the last piece of the shield. Alright, let's read this. Oh my goodness, okay. Hello, my dear reader. I'm starting this journal as my friends recommended, even though I doubt anyone but me will ever get to read it. A week ago I started my work in secret. My word. Laboratory 317. Here I'll spend 2 years, minus the vacation time. And to be honest, I have mixed feelings about this. Sure, the work we do here is really interesting, and the lab itself is simply amazing. Such new equipment. On the other hand, though, my wife just gave birth to our daughter, and I miss them both so much. I also miss my friends and my parents. When I get mixed feelings like that, I try to remember that I'm here to do my dream job, though. Everything turns out for the best. If only the guys from the Institute could see me now. Well, that's that. My first entry. Better go find something to do. Hello, my dear reader. The work on the project is running well, and I don't really have a lot of time to write anything. Well, I do get some free time, but I don't like spending it on intellectual labor. But that's just me. I was always told that I'm prone to concentrating on one problem at a time. Either way, I'm still alive. And work usually keeps me from thinking about my family, which I miss so much. Life is good. Hello, my dear reader. Recently, I've got an opportunity to get to know other lab employees better. You must think, it's just about time. He's been here for a full 2 months. But I'm just that sort of person. Don't know how to call this feature. Probably shyness. Anyway, several days ago we went out. We do go out, of course. It's good to breathe some fresh air once in a while. But this was the first time we did it all together. Someone offered to have a barbecue, and next thing I knew we were outside. We had a drink or two, which helped me overcome my natural timidity, and I decided to get to know everyone. Before that, my only informal companion had been Terentiev, my roommate. But there I became friends with a couple of other interesting people, in particular Newman, a specialist in chemical, petrochemical, and oil refining industries. He's a great music fan, and the second youngest crew member after me. He promised to lend me his LP collection. He has plenty of foreign music. I know it's not allowed, but we're an exception. Lazarenko is also a remarkable person, very smart, and a great chess lover. Both decided we had to organize a friendly chess competition, and the rest were totally in favor of the idea. Like Kasparov versus Beliavsky. By the way, Terentiev also showed an unexpected side. Apparently, he's a cinephile. He tries to get an amateur cinema founded for us. I totally support him. It'll be interesting. Well, this is all that's new. Thank you, everyone. See you later. Hello, my dear reader. Haven't wrote to you in a long time, but this job, it keeps me from doing anything else. Got a letter from my family today, and I'm so happy. It's not the first letter I ever got, but it was special anyway. Anne and my wife told me our little girl just started teething. I'm so happy, and a bit sad too. Happy when I think about them, and sad when I realize I can't be with them yet. My girl almost never saw her father. Talked about it to Terentiev. He is not married, but he understood my worries. Good talk. Good man. I don't really share his taste in movies. 2 months ago we got a Betamax video player from the West. Terentiev ordered a lot of movies and showed me, and I am adding the Y in there because they stopped putting the Y in there. Terentiev ordered a lot of movies and showed one to all of us. The movie was called Fitzcarraldo by Werner Herzog. We watched it. That name rings a bell. Maybe I just knew a Herzog in high school. I don't know. We watched it and had a discussion about it later. I stayed silent, but still, the discussion seemed to me more entertaining than the movie itself. Although maybe I just don't understand some art. I also don't quite understand Newman's taste in music. Well, I enjoyed parts of his collection, but Newman himself laughed at what I liked. I wonder if they're swapping the Y with the U here, if it's the same person. I was saying this name in earlier, but I guess it is Newman. Okay, well anyway, don't get me wrong, dear reader. They're both great people. It's just that we don't have common interest. Nope. Okay, yeah. It says they're both great people. So yeah, I guess Newman and Naaman are separate people. Because seeing these typos throughout, it makes it hard to... If there's just one consonant or one vowel difference in their name, it's hard to differentiate between the two of them if there's typos. They're both great people. It's just that we don't have many common interests. That's probably enough for today. Until next time. And coffee break. The last day of 1984. What a year it has been. A new job, new people. Everything has changed so much. Our boss, Nina, is an extraordinary person. Strict and not exactly kind. She is yet an outstanding scientist. She has everything organized. I've talked to the family today, under supervision, but at least they allowed me to talk at all. This is very good, if you take into account our unflexible schedule. I heard their dear voices and couldn't help but cry. This made me feel very awkward, but the KGB official who supervised the conversation had the tact to turn away. Now I feel dismal, which might partly account for my taking the pen again, but I hope the party tonight will disperse my gloom. Happy New Year. Hangover. I'd forgotten what it was like. Personally, I've never had a hangover. Hello, my dear reader. A curious thing has happened today. It was announced that something called Objects 50 would be delivered today at 4 p.m., so all the lab staff except the managers was to lock up their rooms. These objects were delivered straight to the round hall, which, like most of us, I am forbidden to enter. Nina personally supervised the delivery. This made me wonder what it actually was that we were working on. I know there are many chemists and biologists among us, me being one of the latter, yet we only received the information about the part of the job necessary to complete our immediate task. I hope we develop cutting-edge medicines, but the secrecy level that shrouds the project suggests a different explanation. That's typically really smart, just everyone's assigned their own tasks. That's how secret clearances and everything work. It's all need-to-know basis, so you only need to know what you need to know to do your job. Everything else is extra that you don't need to know. That's how security works best. I know it doesn't seem fair at times for a lot of people, but it makes sense in the broad picture. Hello, dear reader. Today I thought a lot about my family. The thoughts overwhelmed me so much I became sick and stayed in my room all day. I miss my family so much, it's tearing me apart. I know it's a weakness, but I can't handle myself. I understand that other people in this bunker must feel the same, both scientists and soldiers, but nobody mopes around because of that. Only me. I had a chat with a soldier today in one of the corridors. We rarely see eye to eye with the military personnel, even though we live in the same bunker. The man wasn't very talkative. I suppose that's reasonable. Nobody would hire a chatty type for this line of work. We don't get television or radio down here, only newspapers, which I dislike. So to keep the conversation going, I asked the soldier about the latest news. He told me that we have a new Secretary of the State, Mikhail Gorbachev. The tensions between the USSR and USA are more rotten than ever. Gromyko and Schultz had a fight once more. There was a plane crash near Minsk. No good news, to be sure. And that's my only story for today. See you later, dear reader. So I got hung up on Minsk. That's a character from Baldur's Gate. Anyway. A year. It's been exactly a year since my first note. True, my reader, I haven't exactly been generous with my notes, yet this date still calls for celebrating. Especially now that I have good news. I'm going to have vacation in summer. The very thought of me meeting soon with my family, my dear daughter and friends, gives me strength and inspires me. I don't even want to think that we've had another delivery of the Objects 50. This time I was able to get a glimpse of them. Terentiev tried to talk me out of it, but my curiosity took the best of me. Our doors weren't locked, so I peeped out cautiously. Soldiers were quickly steering the 3 hospital-like stretchers along the corridor. Okay. On the stretchers there were things covered by sheets. Judging by the size, they might well be bodies. I told Terentiev about it, and he said the objects must be corpses from the nearest morgue. Well, everything's possible. I had a fight with Lazaren's goat today. Funny, can't even remember the reason behind it. Some tiny thing. It just so happened that we were both really nervous at the time. No joke. Others had to actually pull us from one another. When the men escorted us to our rooms, we simmered down and later even made peace. As we shook hands, we couldn't remember what made us so aggressive before. Decided to play chess with Lazarenko. Terentiev joked about it, saying that fighting in a chess match is an improvement from using our knuckles. I wholeheartedly agree. Hello, my dear reader. Haven't had reasons to write for a while. At first I had too much work, then they threatened they wouldn't let me go on vacation. But thanks to Nina, it all sorted out. Then I actually went on vacation. I won't describe all the feelings that overwhelmed me. I don't trust the heartless paper with such strong emotions. I'll just give it a basic outline. My wife, my parents, and my daughter and I decided to go to Palanga, to the Baltic seashore. We visited the Amber Museum and the Botanical Garden. The sea was unimaginably cold, but we swam a lot anyway. There's a curious legend about one of the local attractions, the Barut Hill. According to it, the wife of the medieval Lithuanian Duke Kęstutis was born there. Brut herself was pagan, and after her death there developed something of a cult in her honor. I didn't quite understand why, but as history had always been very far from me, I was amazed at the literary value of this legend. Also, during the vacation I noticed I was watched. Although it wasn't too annoying, it spoiled the impression from the trip anyway. But not too much. On the latest news, Edward Shevardnadze had been appointed the Minister of External Affairs. There's war in Israel. Terrorists have taken over a plane, and some loony had spilled acid over a painting in the Hermitage and cut it with a knife. History takes its course. Now reinvigorated, I am back in the lab, ready to work again. Till next time, dear reader. This night I had a strange dream, as if I'm going somewhere at night in Leningrad. Well, not going somewhere, more like running from something. I run into the first house I see, an old-fashioned one somewhere in the center of the city. Then I look behind me. It's so dark in the hallway of that house, and empty, at first glance. Then I suddenly feel that I'm no longer alone. Everything is quiet. Then I hear someone calling for help, and this voice, it's so alien. Not human at all. I awoke in a cold sweat today. Alright, another coffee break. Oh man, this is rough. Actually, this isn't too bad. Not as bad as it was yesterday. Hello, my dear reader. Another page is closed. A new 1986 year is coming. I don't even know what to say. Everything seems to be in order. My work, mysterious as it remains, is in full swing. We live in harmony, and soon I return to the Civvy Street, as our army men here say. But I feel uneasy for some reason. Since I first had that creepy dream, I've been having nightmares. As soon as I start drifting off to sleep, weird voices sound in my head, talking and talking and talking. I can't understand the language though. Are they even really talking? If anything, it resembles the rustling of leaves. Terentiev tells me to speak with our doctor, but I'm not overly enthusiastic about it. I don't see any reason. I'm not mad. What is he going to tell me anyway? Probably that it's homesickness that causes these nightmares. I know it already. Obviously a family means a lot to me. I'm just not cut out for all this. Dreams continue. Starting to understand some of the phrases, but no meaning behind them. Some random jumble of words. Terentiev always looks funny at me. Is always looking at me funny. I look at myself funny too. Especially after Lazarenko told me he had similar dreams. What kind of devilry is this? Asked for a phone call with family. Was told that this current situation does not allow it. Never got them to tell me what is wrong exactly. Always sleepy. Everyone is drowsy. I understand why I'm feeling sick. No sleep. Sorry for my family, but the others, why are they feeling so bad? Never get to see Nina anymore. When I do, it's just for a moment. She's not herself anymore. Circles under her eyes, hair all messed up, moves so nervously. Someone wanted to get outside, but they wouldn't let him. After that, we revolted and demanded an explanation. They promised to tell us everything tomorrow. We did it. We finally really did it. You maniacs, you blew it up. Ah, darn you. God darn you all to hell. We sent a detachment of soldiers to the surface. They never returned. Probably died. Power and oxygen supply is consistent. The bunker is built to last for centuries. What we do feel the shortage of, however, is food. Actually, it's food we sent the soldiers to go get. Funny, isn't it? The state-of-the-art fortress has everything to sustain life except food, and any reason to do so. It's weird we've broken down so quickly, although why does it matter? No more dreams now. Once I was wandering along the corridor and saw Nina. She was heading for the lab with a gun and a gas can. I wanted to talk to her, but she gave me such a look that I didn't dare. I haven't seen her since then, and my dreams stopped. All of them. And I have no dreams at all now. Just... Anyway, that's what it is. Stole a handgun. Funny. 1 round left in the clip. Makes you think. I found Terentiev today, lying in his bed, dead. Apparently he'd overdosed on sleeping pills and died in his sleep. I think it was deliberate. I can't say I don't understand him. I thought I'd toss a coin. Tails meant yes, heads mean no. Tails. Well, okay. Goodbye, my reader. And so ends the tale of Vavilov. I'll take his diary. You will not be forgotten. Okay, and this one could be 5534. One of these has to be 5534. It's not this one. Alright, 5303. Some more rubles. Well, I like money, so. An alarm clock. Stimulant. That door's been opened, so there's only 2 left. So one of these shouldn't have a lock on it. Like that one. Alright, we'll get back to that. I still have one more code for another door. The 5534. Interesting. Alright, we'll examine the door first. The door in front of you is definitely broken. The warped and deformed doors look unusable. Its code locks is malfunctioning, there's no way to use it properly. Examine. The door looks like someone tried to break through it, but couldn't manage and it left. Its metal is scratched and bent in several places. A torn inscription hangs on the door. You can barely distinguish the letters NS. It seems like the door could be broken open. Alright, so this is Nina's door. Let's rip it open. You pull, push, kick, and pound on the door. Despite its appearance, it holds up to your assault pretty well. But just as you consider giving up, the door snaps free of their hinges and falls to the floor with a loud bang. Alright, Nina, what are you hiding? Some waste paper. Some more waste paper I'm not going to pick up. A rat. Hey, little guy. Okay. Honestly, it feels really good when I one-shot those guys. Anyway. There's a computer sitting on the table. It's very modern for pre-war tech, although covered in a layer of dust, it looks like it might still be usable. Turn it on. You look the computer over, blowing away the dust, wiping your hand across the screen. You press some buttons on the keyboard and find the buttons that turn the computer on. Surprisingly, it still works. The slight buzz the display turns on, and a low hum fills the forgotten bunker. Look at it. The dim monitor displays the following text. Welcome to the OWL system, Nina Semenova. Attention, our internal network is turned off. You can only open written messages. Good and fruitful work to you. Under this text there is a command line. Yep. Print. Open. Message. Type a command. Message 1. If you're reading this note, know one thing. I've despised informants since the year 1937. That's why I deleted all of my previous notes. The only reminder worth saving, the first door key, 4334. The second door key, 6571. So that's for the lab. Which I thought I already have 4334. I'll write it down anyway. I know the door's blown open. So there's 2 ways you can get the code. That's cool. So they deliberately made this first area accessible to like any build. Which is well done. Because if you couldn't lockpick that door back there, you could force this one open with strength. And this one requires technology, the other one required speechcraft. It goes back and forth. And then there's always trial and error as well. Message 2. I think we've made a terrible mistake. Not at all what we were striving to achieve. Many of my coworkers have begun to complain about headaches and nightmares. I have some serious suspicions, but no, that's nonsense. It's too crazy to be true. Last night, it connected with me in a dream. I don't understand a thing of what he said, but it was scary. It seems nobody except me and Malyshev surmised what is happening. About what we created without intending to. I have to conduct a few more experiments. I feel like I've been trapped in Mary Shelley's novel, The Modern Prometheus. The surface world has been devastated, and I must destroy the thing that we have brought to life. Ooh, I wonder if it's extraterrestrial. I really like extraterrestrial stuff. Alright, let's go over here. I want to see what this other who this other code is for. I think it was for this guy. Alright, so it's this door that we're at right now. Alright, so the laboratory. Let's see what this experiment was. I don't see anything in here. Oh. I kind of wish there was a fog of war, but no, it's not the end of the world that there's not one. The store's been open lately, but why was it closed again? Alright, do a quick save before I go running in here to my doom. Oh, bud, you want to hold some food for me? You're really good at that. And that condensed milk. Well, is there anything else back here? Alright, we're gonna open up this door. The scanner. Sorry, is that something that... Oh, here it is. The secret project by the Soviet scientists uses scanned environments in search of bugs and weapons. Works when it feels like it, but might lead you to a nice stash. So I need to equip it? Oh. Okay, so it's basically the alt thing, but it allows you to scan a little bit further than alt actually sees. That's pretty useful. How much does it frickin' weigh, though? Oh, not that much. So I mean, it's probably have no qualms with keeping it equipped, honestly. Let's give... I'll hold it to the water, actually. Coffee, you can have these med kits. Oh yeah, that's this thing over here. +2 strength, +1 action points. I'll take it. So I'm going to have to fight one of those things. One of those, oh boy. Mysterious talisman. The crude work of the modern master. A rough image of something resembling a mushroom made from cheap metal. Oh, the mushroom cult. Carefully stepping over the corpses and scattered equipment, Fidel approaches you. He nods with a quizzical expression on his face and asks you quietly, "Do you find anything interesting? What can you tell me about this trinket? Show the mysterious charm that you found on the dead body of one of the murdered expedition members." Fidel examines the mysterious charm with interest and finally smirks with surprise. "That's strange. I expected to see something more puzzling. What do you mean? Tell me all you know." "This is very strange, but do you know who wears such charms around here? One cult that has its own building in Krasno. They're called the Mushroom Cult." What do you know about them?" "This is like a new age religion. They call themselves philosophical movement, scientific and educational organization, a charity, and other nice words. But in reality, they are a simple gimmick of a cult, esoteric, syncretic type, a cult in short. The Mushroom Cult has a sort of a center in Krasno, in the building of an old research institute. I never regarded them as a possible threat, just because they look like complete idiots. However, they clearly have money." "A mushroom cult? Did they call themselves after the nuclear mushroom or a regular one?" "No idea. The logo looks like a mushroom, but which one? That's a tricky question. Although I'm sure if asked about it, they'd say there's some symbolism to it." "Well, what shall we do now?" "We need to gather more information. The propagandist is walking in the suburb of Krasno. We could go see him, or, for example, contact a source I know. He's most probably resting in a casino, on an old barge in the old city port, although he does charge a lot for the information. We could persuade him to give us a discount." "Alright, Fidel, let's hit the road then." Interesting. I'll take the map. I'd probably sell it. People like maps, right? These were Adam operatives. They were killed by automatic weapons. Maybe you could search their bodies for clues. Come on. There we go. I know that I have the thing telling me where the loot is, but I'm still gonna check all the bodies. Waste paper I don't care about. Oh, well, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Or I'm not forgetting something, but I'm missing something. We do have the next quest objective, so let's get out of here. Head back to the surface, finally. Yeah, I checked all those. Oh, it updates the ones that have loot and don't have loot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I checked all the rooms, so I don't have to worry about that. How close am I to leveling up? 2,000. It's not too bad. So what does my journal say? The map that I found on one of the dead Adam members is pointing to the Krasno city. I need to search for clues there. Let's see, the mysterious amulet found on one of the dead bodies in the bunker 317 belongs to the Mushroom Cult from the city of Krasno. You either need to talk to the representative in the town's outskirts or with an informant who should be at the casino in the city. Well, good news is I already have the quest to join the Mushroom Cult, so I guess I was assuming that was just a side quest, but I'm glad to see that I was wrong. I have a higher technology now. Maybe I can do something with this robot. Nope, still can't. So I got that extra like 6 points into technology, which allowed me to get into those computers in there. But not enough to activate the robot. Also, I really like this effect. I just like watching it. Even if I don't really use it for anything. So I feel like I'm pretty thorough when it comes to loot. But every now and then something does elude me. Let's do a quick save and scoot-a-boot on out of here. How long have I been recording? 35? Okay. Well, I think here's a good place to stop anyway. There is no need to, no need to go past the natural break in the episode, you know? So I'm gonna call it here. Off camera, what I'll do is I'll head towards, I guess Krasno. What other quests do I have? Most of them are in Krasno. I would like to take care of the Red Mask guys for Paragon. I think this is in Paragon as well, because I didn't see anything in, saying Krasno? Yeah, I think this is in Krasno. So I didn't see anything in Paragon for it. I do want to take care of this. I might go back and try and take care of this and see if I can find it off camera. So maybe I head towards Paragon. Let's go to Ultra Norie first. Well, I'm calling the episode here. In the next episode, we'll pick up, hopefully with the Red Mask Bandits. If not, it'll be in Krasno. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next episode.